I knew a girl once who told me her mother wanted to name her Window because she was tripping on acid when she was born and decided that the first thing that she saw should be her daughter's name. Her father disagreed. Because of this, she was given the name Cherry, because the second thing her mother saw was a chair. And I guess a cherry was somehow I guess it seemed a slightly more appropriate name than Window. But see, I met her while I was living in the Bruce Housing Project. It was a 1920s hotel that had been converted into a homeless shelter. Those of us who lived there, we did what we could with what we had, and names, those were just one of the things. Yeah. We do what we can with what we're given. Names are something we're given, not something that we choose most of the time. The name I was given, the name I was known by then, is not the name I chose, and it's not the name you know me by now. That's okay. The person I was then is not the person I am now. Sometimes I look at that person and I think I'm remembering someone from a movie I saw or a book I read. I think this is one of those stories that you wouldn't believe was true if you saw it in a movie. I think who I think if you stamped based on a true story, on the story of a 17-year-old pregnant person, not quite girl, not yet quite boy, who moves into a building down the hall from the same man who molested him, her, it 10 years earlier, shoves all the furniture in the room in front of the door every night, waiting for every footstep down the hallway to stop before he goes to sleep. These aren't the stories you expect, but these aren't the things that we do what we can with what we are given. We are given these stories, same as we are given anything. I gave myself my own name because this was a way to escape from a story that I could not give anything else to. I could not give myself another story. I could give myself another name. I could give myself another face. I didn't do this to get away from myself. I did this to get closer to myself. And yet, the person I was then, maybe you wouldn't believe it if you saw this person in a movie, but sometimes the things, fuck it. You wouldn't believe it, but it was true.